What's up, YouTube? This is your girl, The Dog, seeing it all knowing right here on YouTube and The Knowing on Facebook, coming back with a quick video. I told y'all usually when things come out, other things come out. And so, allegedly, Shannon Sharpe's, I guess he was his stylist, is dropping receipts. You know, several people are recovering it. Of course, I look at Gigi, the Missy Sweet Spot. But anyway, I was just listening to her, and she was saying, I think she said she got it from Tasha K's live. I'm not sure. But that his former stylist, I want to say his name Hollywood, don't quote me on that, but that he's coming out with some, things allegedly on the down low. That ain't really my concern or whatever. If he is, he is. I just say that people should own up to whatever they are. But my concern was with the two assault cases. I want to say one was in 1994 and 2004, but there were two, and they was in Atlanta. And I think it's in one of them, the one in 204, which there has been a sponge from his records. And let me tell you what a sponge means. A sponge means that, you can't see it certain people. But people think it clearly goes away. To a certain, I guess entity or whatever, that really never goes away. Law enforcement can see it. Now, if I'm hiring you at my agency, I may not be able to if I'm not a big agency, and it was expunged. But you can see that. You can also see who's been pardoned. So, allegedly, his lawyer defended him with saying that he politely, I think the one in 2004, picked the woman up and politely put her outside and put her down politely, nicely, whatever jargon they was using. But when one case comes out, you'll find that other people will be, bold to bring it out. And he knew those things might not show up or whatever. And I'm hearing a lot of people say that he did an IG. I'm not on IG, don't really know anything about it. But that supposedly he was at man activities and threw his phone on the bed. And so I think that same stylist that Hollywood said, you got to hit something in order for it to, to go live. I'm not sure, don't know. But they said that he wanted to put that out so it can stop the rumors about the gay issues, allegedly, the down low issues, allegedly. But, be who you are. If that's what he is, that's just who he is. I did not know anything about him, never heard of him, before I saw that interview that he did with Cat Williams. And then the one he did with Monique. Other than that, I never heard of him. But now they're showing pictures and everything. He walks around with this little small dog. People can have their dogs. They can. But it just always seemed like something was weird. But this is the thing. It seems like when some people get high, they think they flying so high they can't be brought down. Well, anybody can if you're walking around with skeletons in your closet. If you're walking around picking up people from the gym. You would think that a man of his status and caliber, as I'm reading, should have been able to get or come into contact with more than just a fan-based model at a gym. Even, and whatever he does, there's young women, I'm sure, all around. But I guess it's these particular ones that he want to be with, or he thinks naive, or he thinks that he has a hold on them. See, that's what people do, especially with young women and their old men. They try to control them to a certain extent. Again, I don't know this man. I don't even want to know him. But that could be the case. But I do feel that he made some foolish errors. And they say he's had 24 lawsuits brought against him. He settled out 23. He probably should have settled out this one too. Because, as I'm hearing, ESPN. He said that he'll start back with football because I think he played football with the preseason. But maybe that was just enough to say that. And then they probably are already looking for his replacement. I already found it. That's what they do. They said when that IG came out, they should have cut ties with him. But I'm hearing they didn't cut ties with him because the numbers was out of the roof. And that's what it goes on, the ratings. And they said they was having 900,000 views per day. If that's the way that they can look the other way and a lot don't come out about it, they'll let it go. But too much don't came out with this. It is. And then everything else is continuing to come out. And you don't know what else is going to come out. And so, I think they role played, but I don't know. But I think they did. But why did they have to go to the extent that they did? And evidently this girl wasn't as gullible because she taped a lot of things and had a lot of receipts. I know it appears to be that he's not bothered. But when people are looking like they're not bothered, they might be very bothered. And they say he was about to seal a $100 million deal. I just don't know why when some people become famous, they end up and almost going to lose it all. Yeah. And that's what he's probably going to do. He's probably going to lose it all. I reported a video on last night about T.D. Jakes, stepping down, letting his daughter take over Sarah. And they were saying that, allegedly, he's been approached two men inappropriately or whatever the case may be. I pray for him and whatever, But then a lot of people say, could it be because don't Diddy trial supposed to start on Monday? Is Monday, May 5th? I think it is. The ones of you who do not know me, I'm Dr. Lisa Knowing. And please hit the subscribe button. It's free. And your girl is dropping videos like no other. I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.